Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Model Builder. I'm actually working on the pre-release version right now, and I was having some issues with the save game. The devs know about it, and they're gonna fix it. But I had to start all the way over and work my way back up to exactly where I was. But yeah, once the game's fully released, I'm sure they'll have that problem sorted. Let's see, we're gonna pick up though from where I left off. I'm gonna just open my drink here. I always like to have a drink when I sit down and play these games. And I think we have to do the first commissioned work. I need a model tank model of an R35 tank in original 1940s military colors. I'll pay for quick completion of the task and accuracy. The person to whom it will be delivered is a history geek, so the model should not arouse any suspicion. I emphasize the painting must be accurate. Some parts of the model are prepared myself, as I care about the time of completion. And remember, it is supposed to be realistic, so can you make it a little dirty? If I'm not mistaken, the models are also empty inside, right? Yes, the models, I guess, would be empty. Let's see. Open the shop app, choose tools, and purchase a dry brush tool. So, okay, so we go to tools, and 15 bucks for a dry brush tool. Ooh, upgrades. Wait, what's all this stuff? Paints. Oh, and we have to buy the paint. I wasn't even thinking. I just went there on my own. Oh, we can't click on kits or anything yet. Oh, man. All right, so go to the workbench and select the open, this one, this is as far as I've gotten. I haven't gone any further than this kit. So we have to, basically, I guess we're given the model painted. So we have to finish assembling the model, use the dry brush along the edges and crevices, and apply decals according to the manual. So we'll just put it together, and then I guess we'll need to dry brush. I don't know if it's like specific parts. Are those the only parts that we have to dry brush, or just those three? On the edges and crevices. Because I actually, when I did it myself, I actually dry brushed the whole thing. So maybe I'll just try dry brushing around these kind of like engine ports. And I'll see if I get a better score. Because I think I only got 4 out of 5 stars the first time I tried this. So, alright, so we've got this. Got this. What? There we go. And then the turret. And then, oh. There we go. All right, so now we have to go to, is it the painting tool? Okay, so that's chocolate. Dry brushing tool. See how it's doing the dry brushing there? And it actually kind of works. Exactly. Oh, okay, that's it right there. It kind of works exactly like an actual dry brushing would work. Let's kind of zoom in here. And if you look really close, you can kind of see how it's working. But I'm going to darken the opacity, and maybe that'll kind of make it a little nicer. See how the effect, you can kind of see, you can kind of see how the effect is going to work when you go over a certain object. And that's pretty much exactly how it would work on, a real model. And you use this dry brushing technique to kind of add a little bit more depth and maybe, some dirt and stuff like that to the model. So since these are probably the engine vents of some sort, you know, you'd want to have those a little dirty, you know, with the carbon of the engine exhaust building up over time. All right, apply decals. We use the dry brush on these 3 areas here, so we should be good there. Next up are going to be the decals, and I think I got to go to the front first. So we'll do... It's kind of hard to see where those go. Okay, so here's kind of like this little latch thing, and then the main body. Okay, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that goes about there. We also have this one, which goes, okay, goes right about here. And then we've got this other one that goes right about, I'm going to say right about there. And then, let's see, do we have another one? Oh, man, they're hard to see. So basically right in the middle there, right about chair. And so if we look at it from the front, it should look about like that. And it does. Now it looks like I might have gotten that one a little bit too far left, but I think, because if you look here, see how like the triangle's kind of close to that? No, I did pretty good. Let's see. Okay, so those are to find the parts. Boom, boom. And we're done. That's it. Okay, now I'm going into completely uncharted territory, I think. Yeah, see, I got like 4.5 stars. Almost looks like slightly more than 4.5, but I don't know. I don't know what I could have done to make that any better. And the last time, like I said, I think I dry brushed the whole model, and it came out, I think I only got 4 out of 5 stars, so I don't know. No current jobs except new job. Well, you know, if I had these kind of jobs where I just had to, where I just had to make some models. Yeah, I cannot, it will not let me do anything other. All right, so we're gonna collect $100 just to do that. I mean, come on. Let's see, meeting Joy. I worked for your grandfather for years. I used to be his assistant and student, and working with him ignited my passion for this profession. The news of his passing left me with an emptiness in my heart. You know, it was kind of a Karate Kid situation, but with less martial arts and more making cool props and models. Your grandfather left me a piece of his work with instructions to give it to you when the time was right. I'm not sure what he meant by that, but since you're settled in his workshop, I guess now's as good a time as ever. If you've seen 6 Angry Archaeologists, you'll probably like the model. I guess I'll say nice to meet you. Yeah, it's great to finally talk to you. Stan shared some stories about you. It's no wonder he wanted to have the model. Let's see, he built a few notable dragon props in his career, but I think that's the first one he ever made. Okay, and it was, it has a note attached. He used to add unique notes to almost every model he sold or gave away. I've already read it. I hope you don't, but I'm going to spoil it for you. I'm curious about your reaction, so I'll reach out again soon. Have fun with the assembly and painting. All right, so okay. I wonder if I would have chosen the other option. I wonder how that would change. So open Oriental Dragon. Ooh. Holy cow. This thing looks pretty detailed. Oh, note number 1, most jobs you will do in life will be tedious, whether you're sitting behind a desk or following your dreams. When I worked at Smoke and Mirrors, I was asked to make a dragon figurine. I had almost no experience, but I knew it was a chance for me to create something recognizable. I had to take that chance. It took me a long time to make the figure you have in front of you. It was fun, but also a challenge. That first time I had to create 2 more identical copies in case one of them got damaged, which did happen. This statue is an original, and it's special because of how it was made and the story behind it. Sure, it could have been done better, I can see that now, but it was the flaws that gave it its special, unique value. Alright, so I guess we just have like different parts. And is this going to be use washing to apply? Ooh, nice. Dry brush. Ooh. So we actually have washes and things like that in here as well. That's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, this might take a long time. Gosh, we're up to page 24. Okay. Wonder if there's like a way to quickly go back to the first page. 3, 2, 1. All right. So boom. All right. Painted that. So what I'm gonna do, do we have any, use washing to apply, washing tool. Oh, there it is, okay. Is this, okay, yeah, we are on the washing tool, okay. Like, this isn't really how I would use it. It almost just seems like it's just an extension of the dry brush. But like a wash, you know, you would take like a dark color and just kind of mix some water or even thinner, paint thinner in, and you just kind of, in my case, I would just kind of touch the crack. And I don't want to see any comments about that. You just like touch the seam, and it almost there's capillary action where it would move the paint through the cracks and other channels of the model. I wonder if I go to 100%, I wonder if that'll make it a little faster. Or if I make the brush size bigger. Can I make it any bigger? Nope, I guess we're stuck with this size. Oh my gosh. Yep, that's right. Like it doesn't... Okay, so we used it on this area. I don't think we're just supposed to use it on one area. I would assume that we would use it on the whole base here. This, I feel like I'm just doing something in Photoshop here. Like literally. Okay. So now we're going to do this dry brushing tool, and here we kind of go along the highlights. And basically what this does when you're building models is it creates kind of like a contrast between the dark spots and the light spots, and it essentially gives your model a little bit more depth. See how it's kind of bringing out a lot more of those details now. You kind of have to do it at different angles. The only thing I don't like about this part is it doesn't really... Oh, look at that. See how we're bringing out all that texture right there? It doesn't really say, okay, enough's enough, or you've got it right. It's basically just how, you know, you're doing it how you want to do it. So if it's me, I'm just like, you know, use your own artistic expression, I guess. And make it how you want it. I kind of like how this is turning out, though. And we're just on the first piece, and we've got like 24 gazillion to go. I don't think all of them will be this in-depth, though. I think we're almost done. I think this is kind of where we started. Okay. So again, this is like one of those things where, you know, you can never not do enough. Or maybe you can do enough. I don't know. All right, so next up, yep, we got part A2. And so, let's see, it's going to be this. Okay, we got that. Gold. It's going to be the dragon's body, and then kind of like this green color are all of the spikes, I guess. Okay, now we've got to use the airbrush to apply Mitsubishi interior green on multiple parts of the corresponding area. Ooh. All right, so I'm gonna have to kind of spray around. Oh gosh, this is gonna be a challenge. Now with airbrushes, there's always going to be a little bit of overspray. So you kind of have to be a little bit careful or make your brush size smaller, which we should be able to do here. So if I wanted to make it really tiny, I could. That's a little bit too small. I think a lot of people are gonna like this game, just for, you know, just painting. Like, you can build a model, paint it. I see tons of potential for a game like this. You know, licensing deals with different modeling companies. You know, vintage model kits, new model kits, all kinds of stuff. Every kind of, you know, war model, military aircraft, boats, ships, trains, planes, automobiles of every kind from all around the world. Spaceships. You know, Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar. You know what? You see what I'm getting at, though, right? I mean, the sky's the limit with a game like this. I did see where they weren't going to have Steam Workshop available for this game. At least not at the start, so maybe that's something, you know, depending on the success of this game, that they might do, you know, on down the road. Okay, so I think... No. Maybe I should increase the size. What I think would be even cooler is like, you know, if you had like a more even more advanced mode where you could really mix your paint colors and things like that. That would be pretty cool. Now see, the one thing I don't like about painting it this weird green color is I think we lose some of the definition in this scale. So it would be nice to come back and go over top this again. And see, look, we're just spraying over. Well, I guess it's the same color. This is definitely super chill. Like, this is more chill than Farming Simulator, I think. Is it possible? 2022, the most chill game of 2022. Model Building Simulator. You know what's going to be a problem? Now, I'm going to save my game once I'm done with this. But, I don't know if it'll actually save. Because I can't restore the game. The developer, I actually contacted them this morning, or well, earlier today. Probably afternoon or evening for them. And I'm like, oh, I can't restore save games. They're like, yes, we know. We're working on a fix. So hopefully that'll be out, you know, maybe over the weekend or Monday. I was kind of hoping to just make a bunch of episodes for this over the weekend and put them out this week. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that or not. Are we almost done? This seems to be taking forever. Gotta make sure I got all the green spots green though. I mean, this kind of does work like a real airbrush, similar to one at least. This might be a little bit more forgiving, actually. Okay. This model seems to be something that would be closer to like a porcelain model or something. I don't know, maybe not. I'm painting it according to the manual though. I'm honestly surprised at how, you know, detailed this is. I'm only on step 5. And I'm seriously like, how are we going to finish this in the next 15 minutes? No, I don't know. I don't even know how long I've been streaming for. I have to check that. Or not streaming, but, you know, recording. I mean, this might seriously be like multi-episode. You know, I could definitely see some models, you know, if this is the kind of detail that we're going to be having, you know, having multiple episodes per model build in this game. Oh my God. Okay, we're almost done. We're getting there, folks. I feel like I've heard this music in a game before, though. Oh, whoa, what happened here? Huh, I wonder why... I wonder why that's coming off. We're almost done with this. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Just kind of checking everything. Okay. So the one color there, and then, oh no. All right. We're just gonna go, oh man. I wonder if I can. But yeah, like a wash, this doesn't really work like a wash. I feel like I'm just dry brushing all of this. Like a wash would definitely go on a lot darker. Well, it depends on how, you know, how much dark paint or pigment. I mean, it doesn't even have to be dark. It could be like a blue wash or something. Or maybe like white, like let's say you were painting a car, but you wanted to have areas where maybe the primer was like showing through, or even rust. Actually, rust is probably even a better example. you would take like a rust color and do a wash with it. And it's going to get down into like all the little nooks and crannies where rust would form on a real car. And it would show up in your model. You know, once it dries, and it would look kind of like rust. Okay. Okay, I think this is where we started. Now this one, what? Oh no, this is dry brush tool. Again, I thought I could make this this bigger. I need a bigger dry brush tool. Okay. What? Get a lot up in these little ripples or ridges. You get a pull. See how much detail we're pulling out of that? And then, you know, even if we were to go back to the dry brushing tool, I'm gonna take a little bit of that away. But okay, now let's hit the, yeah, that really pops a lot better, I think. All right, so now we're back around to the front. Oh, that looks good. And I mean, if you really wanted to spend tons of time on it, then by all means, be my guest. Oh. Oh, this is kind of where it's really going to pop, I think. Okay. Remember how I was talking about losing the detail of those scales in the paint here? Well, here we go. We're bringing it all back. I wonder if I can get, there we go. You know, instead of holding holding the mouse button down, it almost goes better just by clicking. Though I think they are intending for you to hold the mouse button down. All right, let's go this way. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why these areas are kind of like not filling in. That may be a bug. That may be a bug that'll get fixed. All right, I need to rotate. There we go. This is nuts. I'll be honest, I did not think it was going to get even remotely as in-depth as this. Can I? Okay. No. Now, if I felt that I could, and I could paint the gold back on there, I would, but I have a feeling that if I even try that, it's going to color the entire thing with just like the flat gold color, and I would have to literally start all over again. At which point, I want to punch a monkey. I just want to do the bottoms of these spikes for the most part. And again, I mean, if you don't want it this detailed, you don't have to do all this work. But I want it to really pop. You know, if I were to display this, if I were painting it, this is how I would do it. almost done, man. Okay. So I think that's reset there. So that looks a little bit better. All right, next piece. Ba, ba, ba. Boom. Let me see. I need to go and look. Oh my gosh, we've been going for like 47 minutes. Now, is it gonna let me? It will. So like if I wanted to go back and kind of touch some of this stuff up, I definitely could. Pew, pew, pew. All right. So next, we've got this piece. Oh my gosh, it's huge. All right, so we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. Then I think, yeah, we got some airbrushing to do again. Now this time, we're probably going to have to make... Oh, no, that's a little bit too small. Okay. Perfect. And then out here, just kind of looks like, yeah, size 100%. Opacity? No, we need to... Oh my gosh! I almost wish I could cut the flow off as I go down. See how the airbrush, like the button on the top there, is kind of tilted forward? Well, you can actually, when you push down, that's what controls your airflow, and then you can actually pull back or push forward, and that's actually what controls the needle, which opens up. You know, when you pull back, it actually pulls the needle out of the socket and allows the airflow to kind of suck the paint out into the airflow, and then it kind of atomizes. Not really atomizes, but, you know, breaks it up. Well, yeah, I guess they do call that atomizing, but you're not really turning it into atoms. Not like a particle collider or anything like that. I have a large hadron collider in my airbrush. But anyway, I almost wish you could do that in this game, because then I could put the yellow on thick up here, and as I go down, like I could scroll my mouse wheel or something and, you know, thin the paint as I go, and then you could get a much better transition down here instead of just kind of going across. And even like reducing opacity, you know, it's not going to be perfect. So, all right, so I'm pretty happy with that. So then dry brushing tool, not really sure what we're dry brush. What color is this? Maize yellow. Ooh, that's nice. And that's actually really bringing out the texture of those scales. That's pretty nice. I'm still not really sold on this dry brushing. I kind of feel like it would go on a little heavier than this, but it depends on how dry your brush is, I guess. And then for, you know, for the tail too, we don't want it to be super heavy on here. Okay, so we got a little bit more to do back here. And then we get to go down the green. This is probably, doing this dry brushing is probably the most time intensive thing. in this game. All right, so I think that looks pretty good there. We have to stick that on there. See, now I feel like we got to go along this. Wait, did I miss a color before? I did. Oh no. Were you guys like, Brad? Can't believe I forgot I didn't do that. Okay. Well, it's not like I forgot. I just didn't even pay attention. We got to do all of this in here. Oh my gosh. And I don't, yeah, I can't open up. When I was painting that tailpiece, I was like, I wonder if I can go back and take this color and blend it in, because that looks really nice. Well, folks, I totally forgot to even do this in the first place. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, like right here. But I don't want to hit those, you know, spikes or fangs, or they're not really fangs. They're talons. Do eagles have big talons? Okay. Okay, well that looks about a gazillion times better. We might need to do some touch-ups from here, you know, here and there. Okay, so put that on, put that on, put that on, put that on. Oh, we've got more of this to do. Oh my gosh, how many pieces are there? Okay. So it's gonna be like, boom, boom, boom. Let's see. I need to see how long I've been streaming. Okay, so about an hour. Or I keep saying streaming, I mean recording. No! We gotta do more of this. Oh, farts in a freight train. I wonder how many of these dragons are in this game. Like this isn't the kind of model that I would put, like... Number one, this isn't really the kind of model that I would personally want to do. But it's part of the career mode in this game, so we are playing on career mode. And, okay, so size and opacity are both at 100%. Alright. But yeah, me personally, I would not build something like this. I just went way over right there. Don't really think we're going to have to do anything right there. That's probably where another part fits in. Like a leg or an arm or something. Oh my gosh! I really do feel like I should be getting more paint out of this. Like, honestly, this feels more like maybe 50 or 60% opacity, like on if this were a real airbrush. Because, like, if I just, like, go like that, yeah, that would be probably about halfway down, or halfway, you know, pulled back on the paint needle. If you were completely pulled back on the paint needle on a real airbrush, I mean, it's going to come out like pretty solid. Now here's one thing that scares me. I am able to save my game, but for some reason the game is freezing. Oh, it's not really freezing. It's not going unresponsive in Windows. It's just stuck on a loading screen forever. My hope, though, is that I can save my game and restore it. I might actually go ahead and record the next episode to get this dragon finished. It's not going to happen in this one. For sure. I mean, we're up to page 14. Okay, that looks pretty good there. And we still have to do all this stuff. See, I feel like if I actually click instead of hold down, I get a lot better response from the wash. And even from the dry brush for the most part. Because I'll sit here and I'll do this, and I'll do this, and I'll do this. Like a real wash would... Again, we would get that capillary action right down in there, and it would just get almost an immediate and instant change. Let's see if I can... This is just me holding the button down and just like moving back and forth really quick. Or clicking. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's 6 one way, half dozen the other. I just don't have an explanation. Did I already get this? Yeah, I think we already did this. Okay. Now here's the other question. Oh gosh, yeah, we can't actually put the highlight dry brush onto the scales, so we probably don't want to do that, because probably in the next slide here we're probably going to have to highlight those scales. Ah! The heck. Okay. I like the fact that we can do these washes and dry brushes. The only thing I'm not convinced of is I think they need to work on this a little bit more. All right, so I'm done with that. And just as I thought. Oh, man. I just wish we could buy a larger dry brush. That looks really pretty, though. Yes, I said it looked really pretty. Yeah, right there, I think, is where I tried the white out. But it's not white. I don't know what color that is, but it's more of a light color. This is more of a gold color, I think. There's where I oversprayed right there. That was my fault. Now, in the other piece was not my fault. Now, one thing that's really going to make me happy is I'm leaving all the music in right now. I usually don't do that because of, you know, copyright reasons. I am kind of afraid that my videos are going to get a pass, and then I'm going to have to come back at some future point and re-record them all. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, that would make me happy. Not. I feel like I should kind of rush this piece. You know, originally I thought it would just be like, we click the dry brush and then click the area and it would just be like, and like dry brush everything. I didn't know that we would actually be getting this in-depth with it. I think this is probably a little bit of overkill, but given that I think we're only getting about 30 models with this game, you know, obviously they're going to want to keep us engaged for a while so they can maybe get some new content going, I guess. So that's fine, I guess. Not complaining. Man, I literally had no idea it was going to be this much work. Because we're like halfway done, maybe? Okay. Oh! Do I want to do this? Do I want to do this piece? Do I? Do I? Do I? Okay. Oh. Inside of the leg here. I know I said I was going to finish that last piece, but now I'm like wanting to, I just want to get it done. I was thinking that we would actually glue that other piece on there. Boy, was I wrong. Ah. So now we have this piece. And then boom, up. Like so, and okay, so now that piece is kind of finished, and then we will actually mount it on there. Boom. So we're getting there. Okay, so there's, I don't know, is that halfway done? We've got that piece, more of that. That's going to be mounted, more of this. Ooh, there's like a big orb, arms, legs, and then the head. 38, look at that, 39, 40, 41. Oh my gosh, you guys. So they're 50, oh my gosh. Okay, 54 pages. And we were at like what, 24 or something like that? I don't even know. But still, I mean, you know, we're getting it there. We might have to, we might have to do even more. Have to get out the airbrush and airbrush that again. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. But thank you so much for joining me once again for another episode of Model Builder. It is available for PC starting February 8th, 2022. And I did actually get the pricing. It's going to be $19.99 US dollars. Obviously, if you're in UK or Europe or other places around the world, the price is going to vary depending on your local currency. So if you want to see for yourself, I'll have the video link to the official Steam page down in the video description. It'll take you there. Because this is pre-release right now, I don't think you can see the price until probably after it goes live on the 8th. But just, you know, take note of that, and you can go and check that out. But again, don't forget to leave a like if you're enjoying the series, if you want to see more of the game. Leave comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this game. And if you have not done so already, please subscribe for this and many more videos. This has been Model Builder. I am Brad M73, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.